Hello. Today in this live stream, I'm going to talk about how to create month-end close checklist. As the year 2021 draws to a close, businesses all over the United States will work carefully to close their books so that tax returns can be completed on time. And you can see how the year went. It's easy to skip a stage in the closing process as work piles up, which can cost you time and money. It can be difficult to know what to do, and you could even feel lost. As a result, I'm going to go over different steps to help you in putting together a comprehensive checklist to assist you in adjusting to your year-end, end-of-year closing procedure. The first thing to do is record and reconcile. While this may seem self-evident, it is the first step in ensuring that all transactions are current and complete. Nothing is missing in preparation for the end-of-year close. This covers all current bills and invoices, even those that haven't been paid yet. Examine all previous documents to ensure that everything has been documented. To make this procedure go more smoothly, you could use HubDoc to store all supporting documents electronically in one spot. So HubDoc is a really good software. It helps you in storing all your source documents in a secure place online. It's critical to double check that all transactions in your bookkeeping software match those on your bank and credit card bills. You will need to complete a bank reconciliation to accomplish this. Completing this activity will be easier using softwares like Zorro or QuickBooks Online. Either software will do the job. I specialize in QuickBooks Online because I'm a QuickBooks Pro Advisor. The second thing to do is collect W-9. So you want to gather all your W-9s you issued during the year to your vendors. You may be required to produce Form 1099 NEC if you pay a vendor $600 or more for services. The information on this form is utilized to construct the 1099s you will send to the IRS to record the total amount you paid. It is usually ideal to have a contractor, freelancer, or vendor fill out a W-9 before starting any work or issuing their first payment according to best practice. So it's always a good idea before the contractor you hire to perform service for you, it's always a good idea to have them complete the Form W-9 first before you pay them. That way, you have all your information upfront and in advance. So you don't have to be calling them at the end of the year to try to get the information to produce the 1099 NEC. So it's always a good idea to issue them the W-9 before they start doing service for you. The third thing is to check your account receivables and invoices. It's a good idea to check your receivables on a frequent basis to make sure you're getting paid. In December, run an aging receivable report in QuickBooks. Examine the list of outstanding invoices and make a note of whether or not the invoices have been marked paid. Pay special attention to the column that lists the earlier invoices. This is where you will locate any faults or problems. Look into any things that appear to be questionable, as well as any missing bills. Reviewing this data will give you a clear idea of where you stand and will reveal whether any customers are overdue on their payments. Do not be hesitant to call them and explain the situation, as you will need to designate their invoices as paid in order to close the books. So you really want to get in contact with all customers that owe you money for service you perform during the year. So you want to do follow-up calls, make sure you contact them so that they can render payment for any outstanding invoices you have in your AR report. The fourth thing to do is payroll essentials. Before issuing Form W-2, double check all employee information. Penalties can be imposed if a name or social security number is missing or incorrect. Check to see if all of the year's paychecks have been recorded. Make careful to include all commissions and bonus payments. When it comes to bonus payouts, preparation is key. Prior to the check date, the lead time will ensure timely delivery and the opportunity to assess the accuracy of the checks. Keep in mind that a bonus will almost always push an employee's compensation into a higher tax bracket for that pay period. Before you run the bonus paycheck, think about the tax consequences for the employee on a local, state, and federal level. Next, check what's in-house. Inventory counts at the end of the year can be a big job. However, if there are issues such as poor inventory management or stock errors, it can help to clarify things. If there is a significant gap between your inventory count and your accounting, it should be addressed right away. If there are any potential for improvement after you have performed your inventory counts and reconcile your point of sale system, are you able to improve the efficiency of your counts? Make a list of your thoughts and ideas, then put them into practice in the new year. Another thing to do is year-end accruals. Accruals are adjustment for revenue received, but not yet posted to general ledger accounts, as well as expenses incurred, but not yet posted to general ledger accounts. Adjusting entries are made at year end to ensure that revenue and costs are recorded in the right fiscal year. If you are not already tracking monthly record year-end accruals such as depreciation, payroll, services obtained but not yet billed for, payments made for services not yet received, and deferred revenue. Also, review your financial statements. After you have finished your bookkeeping, read over your income statement and balance sheet to make sure everything looks accurate. Take your time and read it from the beginning to end. Keep an eye out for dollar sums that do not seem to add up. Detecting these errors early on can save you time and aggravation later. Keep an eye out for the following: negative account balances. These disparities in account balances, either too high or too low. Significant variations in account balances from the previous year. Next step is to log the period. It's also too simple to input the wrong date, especially when January arrives and you need to type 2022 rather than 2021. I have encountered errors before when someone typed in 2009 instead of 2019, causing your accounts to be completely out of sync. Remember that numbers are the only source of truth in any business, and they tell the tale of your performance and how the firm is doing. You won't have a strong handle on how your business is working if you keep changing things after the fact. The next model is do not be discouraged if you do not check all of those boxes. Working through these things one at a time is the best way to go. If you are still unsure where to begin, feel free to contact me for assistance with your accounting or bookkeeping and year end. My information is in the description of this live stream. More importantly, the year 2021 is coming to an end. As a small business owner, whether you have a large firm or mid-size, it's important to get all your accounting and bookkeeping records in order so that you can close the fiscal year 2021 in a timely manner with less stress, because you want to have your accounting system and your accounting records in order so you can file your taxes when 2022 arrive with less stress.